Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to our next session on NEET JEE KCET discussions. And we were solving problems on Wheatstone's bridge, meter bridge, and potentiometer as a part of electrical measurements. And this is the second session. In this particular session, we will be solving the problems from problem number 8 to problem number 14. Okay, so let's move on to the solutions to these questions. Question number 8. It reads as cell of EMF 1 volt is connected across a potentiometer. Balancing length is found to be 600 centimeter. What is the balancing length for 2.5 volt? This is the question, and the options are as shown below. On the screen you can see all four options. Now let us proceed to the solution to this question. Now we know that this particular question is based on potentiometer, and in case of potentiometer we have one application called the potentiometer used to find or compare the EMFs of two cells. So it is based on this particular approach, and here we will be applying that principle as EMF is directly proportional to length. Firstly, let us note the given factors. Given are E1 is given as 1 volt and balancing length L1 is given as 600 centimeter and E2 is given as 2.5 volt, and we should find balancing length for this particular EMF, that I am taking it as L2. Now let's proceed to the solution. Now as we know, E1 by E2 is equal to L1 by L2. So accordingly, over here we have three factors being given, and fourth factor, that is L2, is unknown, that we can very easily find by using the cross multiplication. So hence L2 can be written as L1 into E2 divided by E1. So accordingly we will obtain the value as 1500 centimeter, and this happens to be option C. Question number 9. It says that in a meter bridge experiment, null point is obtained at 20 centimeter from one end of the wire when resistance X is balanced against another resistance Y. If X is less than Y, then where will be the new position of the null point from the same end if one decides to balance the resistance of 4x against y? Okay, and four options are as given below. Now let's proceed to its solution. Now in case of meter bridge, we already have discussed that there are two resistances, and one resistance we called it as R, and second resistance we called it as S. So let us go ahead and make an assumption in the same way. So hence I'll be considering R and S as two resistances in left and right cap of the meter bridge. Then according to meter bridge theory, we know that R divided by S is equal to L by 100 minus L. Then accordingly, now in first case R has been given as X and S has been given as Y, and balancing length is taken to be 20 centimeter. So if we substitute these all values in the above equation, we'll obtain X divided by Y is equal to 1 divided by 4. So this is the ratio that we have obtained. Now let us proceed to the second case. Now in the second case, we know that R is given as 4 times of X, S is given as Y, and L dash is the new balancing length that we are supposed to find. So accordingly, if you just substitute these values in the balanced meter bridge equation, then we will obtain it as 4x divided by y is equal to L dash by 100 minus L dash. Then over here on left hand side, we have noticed that x divided by y is found to be 1 divided by 4. So accordingly, I can very easily mention the left hand side as 4 into 1 by 4. So if the value is 4 into 1 by 4, then obviously on cross multiplying we'll obtain L dash is equal to 100 minus L dash, as 4 into 1 by 4 is 1 on the left hand side. So if we just simplify this, then we'll obtain 2L dash is equal to 100, or L dash will become equal to 50 centimeter, and it happens to be option A. Question number 10, it reads as, in a Wheatstone bridge, three resistances P, Q and R are connected in three arms, and the fourth arm is formed by two resistances S1 and S2 connected in parallel. The condition for bridge to be balanced will be. Okay, so let's proceed to the solution to this particular question. Now we know that the one of the arms contains parallel combination of resistances S1 and S2, and the equivalent resistance we'll find first. So equivalent resistance in parallel combination of S1 and S2 is given by S is equal to S1 S2 divided by S1 plus S2. So here I am considering that equivalent resistance as S. Then according to balanced Wheatstone bridge principle, we have an equation as P by Q is equal to R by S. And over here on the RHS, the denominator, that is S, it is nothing but S1 S2 divided by S1 plus S2. So let us go ahead and substitute that. On substituting the same thing, we'll obtain the equation as P by Q is equal to R into S1 plus S2 divided by S1 multiplied by S2. So this happens to be option D. Question 11. It reads as, the length of a wire of potentiometer is 100 centimeter and the EMF of its standard cell is E volt. It is employed to measure the EMF of a battery whose internal resistance is found to be 0.5 ohm. If the balance point is obtained at L is equal to 30 centimeter from the positive end, then the EMF of the battery is. And the four options are given to you people at the bottom, as you can see on the screen. Now let's proceed to the solution to this question. Here, when E1, that is the EMF of the cell, is capital E, under that situation balancing length is found to be 100 centimeter. It is given already in the problem. Then, and when a battery of unknown EMF E2 is equal to E dash is used, I am using that second EMF as E dash here, and under that situation balancing length L2 is given as 30 centimeter. So accordingly, here we'll make use of potentiometer principle, that is comparison of EMF of two cells. As you can notice, E by E dash is equal to 100 divided by 30. 100 is L1 and 30 is L2. So accordingly we'll get 100 by 30. Then if we cross multiply, then we'll get E dash is equal to E into 30 divided by 100. And this happens to be option C, my dear friends. Question number 12. In a potentiometer experiment, the balancing with a cell is at a length of 240 centimeter. On shunting the cell with a resistance of 2 ohm, the balancing length becomes 120 centimeter. The internal resistance of the cell is, and here the four options are given to you on the screen. You can see them. Now, without much ado, let's move ahead with the solution. Here we have been given the problem on the second application of potentiometer experiment, that is finding the internal resistance of the cell. So quickly let us jot down the given factors. So given factors are L1 is given as 240 centimeter, L2 is given as 120 centimeter, and main resistance, that is circuit resistance, is given as 2 ohm, and we should find internal resistance, which is small r, is equal to what, right? So over here, let us go ahead and write the formula first. Internal resistance small r is equal to L1 minus L2 divided by L2 into R. So accordingly, if we substitute the values that have been given to us in the problem, then we'll obtain 240 minus 120 divided by 120 multiplied by 2. So obviously the first part becomes 120 by 120, which is 1. Hence we'll obtain the value of internal resistance as 2 ohm. And this happens to be option D, my dear friends. Question number 13. A meter bridge is set up as shown to determine an unknown resistance X using standard 10 ohm resistor. The galvanometer shows null point when tapping key is at 52 centimeter mark. The end corrections are 1 centimeter and 2 centimeter respectively for the ends A and B. The determined value of X is, okay. So this problem is based on the end corrections, and this problem appeared in IIT joint entrance examination. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this solution, but before that I'd like to explain to you what is end correction, my dear friends. So end correction, let us bring back this diagram that we have. Now as you can notice here, we have two ends A and B which have been considered over here, where we usually have knobs here. So this end A, as you can see here, this is a knob here. As you can notice here, this is a knob, and this knob is just like a nail. Okay, at this knob the wire is wound. Similarly at end B there is one more knob and the wire is wound at this end B also. And unfortunately, when we are calculating the balance point, we tend to neglect this particular uh, wire that has been wound at the knob, and that length is the end correction, my dear friends. So hence I can very easily write what is end correction as the shift in the balance point due to the winding of the wire at the ends A and B. And over here, we never consider the length of the wire that is wound to the knobs at A and B, and this particular thing will create an error. And this error is nothing but the end correction that must be made. Okay, I hope end correction part is clear to you. Now let's proceed to the solution of this particular question. Now, as you can see here, resistance R is given as 10 ohm, which is on right side, and unknown resistance X is on left side, and end corrections are given as end correction on left is delta L1, that I am taking it as delta L1 here, and it is given as 1 centimeter, and end correction on right, that is at end B, is delta L2, that is given as 2 centimeter. Then according to the consideration of these two end corrections, my dear friends, the total length gets varied. No? So balancing length gets varied. So hence we can say length L1, that is on the left hand side, length L1 becomes what? L plus delta L1. Okay, so thus it becomes 52 plus delta L1, which is 52 plus 1, which is 53 centimeter. Similarly, length L2, it is the length pertaining to the right side of the balance point. So obviously it is 100 minus L. No? So to that 100 minus L, we have to add delta L2. So thus we'll write it as 100 minus 52 plus delta L2, which is nothing but 48 plus 2, which is 50 centimeter. Then accordingly, we can very easily write the formula as x by L1 is equal to R by L2. Or we can also write this as x by R is equal to L1 by L2, or cross multiplying we can write it as x by L1 is equal to R by L2. And over here x is unknown, that we can very easily find now. So hence we can write x is equal to L1 into R by L2, which works out to be 10.6 ohm, and this particular value happens to be option B in the question, my dear friends. I hope this particular solution is clear to you all regarding the end correction. Once again, we just go through this video and you will understand what end correction is. Okay, so now let's proceed to our next question. Now let's proceed to question number 14. During an experiment with a meter bridge, the galvanometer shows a null point when the jockey is pressed at 40 centimeter using a standard resistance of 90 ohm as shown in the figure. The least count of the scale used in the meter bridge is 1 millimeter. The unknown resistance is found to be. So here the four options are given. Now let us proceed to the solution. Now let us recall the meter bridge theory here. So from meter bridge theory we know that R by S is equal to L by 100 minus L, and over here S is given as 90 ohm and balancing length is given as 40 centimeter. So accordingly I can very easily mention the equation as R is equal to 90 into 40 by 100 minus 40, which works out to be 60 ohm. Then since we have found the value of R here, now let us consider 100 minus L is equal to L dash. Then accordingly, I can very easily mention the Wheatstone bridge balance point equation as R by S is equal to L by L dash. Thus R becomes equal to 90 into L by L dash. Now let us write this in terms of the error equation. So obviously error in case of R, that is written as delta R divided by R, is equal to delta L by L plus delta L dash by L dash. So accordingly, if I substitute the value of L dash as 100 minus L, then the same equation reduces to delta R is equal to delta L by L plus delta L by 100 minus L multiplied by R. So this is the equation that we have obtained now. So we have simply made the cross multiplication and we have substituted L dash is equal to 100 minus L. So very clearly we obtained this particular equation from it. Then if we substitute the values of delta L, here least count is given as 0.1. So let us go ahead and substitute it as delta L. Then and the value of R has been calculated as 60 ohm. So thus because of that reason delta R becomes equal to 0.25 ohm. Then over here I can very easily mention the value of the resistance as 60 plus or minus 0.25 ohm. So here unknown resistance R was found in the beginning, and then its error correction or its tolerance has also been found here. So obviously there is an error of 0.25 plus or minus 0.25 in this resistance. Thus the value of the resistance required is 60 plus or minus 0.25, and this happens to be option B here, my dear friends. I hope this particular approach is clear to you all. So now hereby, I am closing down the discussion on electrical measurements chapter. Okay, these 14 questions we have finished, and I suggest you kindly practice all these questions thoroughly. Be prepared for your forthcoming examinations. I wish you all the great success. Thank you very much. Have a nice time. See you soon with my next session.